think for me, the most rewarding aspect of working with RUP is knowing that the time I'm able to spend working with medical students is going to be really well invested in students who already are interested in working in underserved areas. RUP is unique in a lot of ways. It's one of the only programs that combines urban and rural underserved into the same program.
When the students go out into the communities, they get a whole different perspective of how health and illness relate to the community context. And they also get a lot more firsthand experience because there are fewer learners in relationship to the clinicians who are doing the training, so they get a lot more direct experience.
The RUP program is a great opportunity for students and residents to get a feel for what it's like outside of an academic center. For us, we're 2.5 hours away from larger centers, so we kind of are the specialists, and we have to learn a lot of different things that a physician in an area like Albuquerque or in a city wouldn't necessarily have to learn.
I grew up in a rural part of New Mexico, and working with that community feels like home. It feels like I'm supporting the people that need doctors the most, and I want to be their physician. I want to be the one that connects with them because I understand everything that they've been going through socially, culturally.
The RUP program, they've done a really good job of focusing on the urban piece as well. I have really enjoyed being a part of RUP as an urban underserved provider. We have a really unique setting where we have a population that has a lot of needs for basic things like food and housing. My joy in this job is really linking people who need resources to people who can help them with those resources.
I think RUP has the potential to really help increase the number of physicians that have the skills needed to work with these underserved urban populations.
I heard about RUP when I had started med school, but right before I had started, they had sent a recruitment email. And I remember reading the description and thinking, this is perfect for me, because I knew that I wanted to do some type of medicine with some type of underserved population. I had heard some really good things about the rural and urban underserved program, so I decided to apply, and I was very, very happy when I was accepted.
I've always been interested in underserved medicine, particularly in an urban setting. I'm planning on specializing in addiction medicine, and RUP has connected me with people doing this work all around New Mexico.
We've had providers from all over New Mexico come and talk with us, and I think it's really cool that you can hear about a doctor who serves like a little town somewhere in New Mexico, and they're just part of the community, and they've been there for years, and they're really a part of that community.
My patients really tend to enjoy having an interaction with a student, having a story to tell, having a part in that student's education. They find it really valuable. The students also get a really rewarding face-to-face with some of the smaller communities in New Mexico. They can be really inviting and really warm.
One of the rewards of being in a small town is you really get to know people. When people know you in a small town, there's a certain amount of trust that builds up. And I've known their parents and their grandparents, and now their children.
Some of these doctors were from the area, and so you could see, someone's teacher coming as their patient now, and you could just sense the pride.
And that's what the RUP program is an effort to sort of identify and nourish those students who come here really passionate about what we do and interested in learning, and therefore are more likely to be my future colleagues in a few years, and more likely to work in the areas where we need them the most in New Mexico.